Hey guys, welcome back. I'm Sam.
I'm Rebecca.
Thanks for joining us for Click Play Now, our watch-along series. Today we're watching Bojack Horseman Season 4, Episode 7.
This is not just a reaction video, it's a watch along, so we'll click play on our copy, you click play on your copy, and we'll kind of watch along together. We'll comment along as we go, and if you have any thoughts, comments, or you disagree with everything we say and you want to tell us about it, please write them below. We love hearing from you guys.
If you don't want to watch the whole episode along with us right now, you can use the chapter time codes at the bottom of the screen to skip ahead to our discussion at the end of the episode.
And if you're really enjoying what we're doing, please feel free to hit the bell, hit subscribe, hit like, all that jazz. It really helps us out.
And if you're thinking about picking up some Bojack Horseman merch, check out the link in the description.
The last episode, I think, was one of my favorites so far.
It was a good one.
It seemed like a bunch of you guys were commenting that I think it was one of you guys' favorites as well. I loved getting to see Bojack's inner thoughts. That gave me a lot more empathy for him than I'd had before. Not that I wasn't empathetic before, but just like being able to see into someone's like actual thoughts is an interesting experience.
Yeah, I just thought like the pacing, the structure of how they did everything from like that opening sequence and like the music and the animation that went along with that internal monologue.
Yes.
Was just so rhythmically paced in such a catching way that just sort of like brings you into that like that groove of the music.
Yes.
And the groove of the narration and the animation. It all the grooves combined together
Yeah.
just kind of like lull you in with him.
Yeah. I feel like it really captured that sort of frenetic pacing that can happen in your brain. Where like it's not necessarily logical jumps, it's just sort of like you're just sort of jumping from thought to thought and trying to like focus.
Yeah.
It was really good. And it was neat to see, well, not neat, sad, interesting to see Hollyhock also having that thing and seeing that moment where they connect on, or at least Bojack understands her, that she's similar to him and has that same voice. We all do, I think, on some level. If you don't have that voice, let me know. How and why and how did you... Are you human? Did you go to a lot of therapy? What? How?
I liked that during that last scene of the last episode where Bojack and Hollyhock are sitting by the pool talking, that Bojack says if he's being crappy, it's not because of her.
Yeah.
I think that's it's like a common thing that happens between children and parents,
Yeah.
right? Like children have this like feeling that like, oh, if something bad is happening, is it because of me? Are the parents reacting this way because of something I've done?
Yeah.
And I think it's incredibly beneficial and helpful for a parent to tell a kid, like, hey, when I screw up, when I make mistakes, when I do dumb stuff, that's not your fault. Like, that's my fault.
Yeah.
And just, like, taking that ownership, I think is huge.
Yeah. It's also interesting to me that she has, 12 dads or something? I don't remember the exact number, like a bunch.
Yeah.
And she still desires her biological dad's approval. Like, there's this weird thing of, like, you can grow up so healthy,
Yeah.
and yet there's still little pieces that you're missing.
It's like something built into the human hardwiring,
Yeah.
apparently. Well, if you guys are ready to jump back in and are all queued up for Bojack Horseman Season 4, Episode 7, click play.
Now, Netflix.
Original series. Diane. This light bulb.
Huh? Wow. What? Is she pregnant?
Wow. That's funny.
Oh, it's actually him, huh? Pro fracking pals, and it's an elephant. Oh,
Uh-oh.
oh yeah, because dogs can detect earthquakes.
Oh, gosh.
Oh.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
What?
Oh no! Huh?
And theme song.
What a good start!
So many confessions in such a little short time.
That was amazing.
Ugh.
I loved the shot of the house just like falling in. I feel like there's some things in a cartoon world that you can do
Right.
that you can't in
Live action.
live action. Like in live action, sure, if you got enough money, you can collapse a house into a thing.
Yeah.
But it's hard to make it look funny.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Where it's just sort of like a ploop.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Right. There's that sax. And we're back. Day one. Oh no.
Gosh.
Oh man.
Oh, because she went to the pool house. Wow. This is kind of cool looking. I love that Todd is just in a towel.
Most of us. Oh. Day 3. Oh no.
I thought it was a beaver too. Oh, it's Captain Holt, right?
Yeah.
I always forget.
Oh no. Oh gosh.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Oh my gosh. Oh man. Oh my gosh.
Wow. We're just on this like action adventure journey with these two. Oh my. Whoa.
Oh my gosh.
What is happening? Oh. Oh my gosh.
What?
Oh my gosh. Day 4. Oh my gosh.
This poor woodchuck governor
I know.
trying to do the best he can.
Oh my gosh. I can jungle. Oh my gosh. Antonia. Oh my gosh. Day 7. Oh my gosh. Oh. I like this Scrubs-esque music. Oh my gosh.
Whoa. Oh my. This time. Wow. What is happening? Oh.
Day 8.
Oh my gosh. They ate Zach Braff for real? I feel like it's too much water.
Day 10. Oh my gosh.
They just pick up the whole thing. Wow.
Oh my gosh.
What? Oh. Oh
Credits.
my gosh. Every time I hear that theme song, I start hearing Mumford and Sons.
It does sound...
And it was not your fault but mine.
It does kind of have that vibe to it, doesn't it?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure one of you guys said that this episode was a silly one. And like, I agree with you. But oh my gosh.
Yeah. That was a lot of fun. That was a cool, crazy adventure.
Yes.
But yeah, I think it also had some good lessons to pull away.
What lessons did you find?
Gosh, I feel like there's so many different like angles you could go.
Which I feel like is pretty normal for Bojack at this point.
Yeah.
There's a lot of little things in there.
Yeah. Maybe one could be how quickly we forget. How quickly people like go through these phases and arcs that they respond to very strongly.
Yeah.
Like, this is gonna change everything. Like, this is gonna change me in like a serious way. And then like as soon as it's over, it's just like back to business as usual.
Yeah.
And like nothing has changed.
Like summer camp.
Like summer camp?
Yeah.
How so?
I don't know. I went to a lot of summer camps as a kid, like a handful of different ones, and I feel like there's always this thing of like you bond really tightly with your cabin mates. You're like, this is gonna last forever. Like, we are going to keep in touch. I am going to send you letters every day.
Yeah.
And nothing happens. Like, you get home and you don't send a single letter.
Right.
I feel like this is also fun commentary on politics again.
And I think not only politics, but like cultural dynamics in general.
Yeah.
Like, at no point do we go like, oh, we were wrong We should have listened to Woodchuck.
Right.
Like, untie him, bring him down. He had the good ideas. Let's make him the leader. Like, that never happens. Right? We just keep, like, sacrificing the, like, you know, it's like, first, like, Woodchuck gets tied up.
Right.
And then it's just like, oh.
Now Mr. Peanut Butter.
Now Mr. Peanut Butter, right? Like, there's no, like, reversal of things. There's no, like, admitting and, like, a turning around of, like, how we do things. It's just sort of like, no, we're just going, like, full steam ahead.
Right.
And just...
I think individuals can be smart, but the collective usually isn't, right? Especially when you're panicking, especially like the moment you start running out of food or water. I think this is a common thing to say, is that we're like only ever 3 days from anarchy in any civilized scenario. Because if you don't have food stores laid up, then like day 1, you got plenty of food. Day 2, people are starting to look for food and like getting panicky, even if they still have some food left over.
Yeah.
By day 3, everyone is freaking out and people start stealing stuff.
Yeah.
You know, even though we usually by day 3 still have plenty of food, it's just a matter of like getting it to the right places.
Yeah, and I think that's a problem that seems to be part of, at least in like developed worlds, like current developed worlds, is there's often a feeling of emergency even when you're like nowhere near an actual emergency state.
Right.
And so it like, for all the benefits of like the internet and social media and broadcast media for that matter, the speed at which things, you know, travels and escalate, like it amplifies the speed at which things escalate.
Right. Like the whole toilet paper crisis.
Yeah.
For the most part, if everyone had just relaxed and bought just the amount of toilet paper they need, we wouldn't have had any shortages. And everyone would have had toilet paper.
Right.
And it's not even like a necessity.
Yeah.
Right? Like, you can wash off in the bathtub. You can shower. Like, you'll be okay.
Yeah. That's one of those things, right? I think because, like, there was a lean in that direction of, like, oh, toilet paper seems to be, like, starting to go away. So all of a sudden, like, everything, it's like, but, like, food was, like, not as much of a problem.
It was fine for the most part. Like, there were shortages, but, like, it's not like anyone was starving or...
Yeah, I don't remember going to the grocery store and seeing just, like, completely empty shelves, like, where food was missing. But that was definitely the case with toilet paper.
I apologize if you're in a place where there actually was, like, actual food shortages. But as far as I know, there wasn't...
In our area, we didn't see that.
Yeah. Because every time we would go to the grocery store and a lot of food would be gone, but always, like, the gluten-free food would be there still. Like... Obviously, people still have preferences. Like, if you're really starving, you start to lose that preference. You know what I mean?
Right.
How did we get here?
Mob mentality, I think.
Mob mentality.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's hard to stay calm in a crisis.
Sure.
To be fair.
Absolutely.
I don't know if I would have done better in that kind of situation after 10 days underground with, like, you're trying to run out of food. Probably oxygen levels are getting low. Like, it'd be scary.
Yes. Again, to bring it back around, I think the unfortunate thing is we see a lot of that type of behavior when there's not a crisis happening, right? That these sorts of like mob mentalities, these sorts of power shifts, and the way those power shifts happen is all happening when like everyone is not in a state of crisis. Right.
I'm not yawning because it's boring. I'm just yawning because I woke up really early.
How dare you yawn?
That is what... No, I just feel like that's what would happen in the Bojack world, right? Someone would yawn and then they'd be like, I'm really not yawning because you're boring. I'm just tired. And then the other person would be like, how dare you? I can't believe you do that to me.
I take this as a personal assault
and then it would just
against
like,
me
escalate.
and everything I hold dear and believe in.
Yeah. My religion prohibits yawning. How dare you?
I no longer care about anything you have to say, any apologies, any misunderstandings on my part, or about reconciling and bringing this relationship back to a state of harmony and peace. I just want to be
angry.
Yeah.
It's hard to calm down, right? Like, that's part of the issue. That's part of the mob mentality thing, is like, it's hard to calm down just as a human. Just as a, once you started to become angry, it's very difficult to pull yourself back.
Yeah.
And I think that just like escalates in mob mentality. Once the mob has started to become angry, it's like 1,000 times harder to pull every single individual human back.
Mm-hmm. It's very invigorating to champion for a thing. But I feel like when the circumstances change, or even when you accomplish the thing that you were championing, all of a sudden there's like that boost of adrenaline and excitement kind of like dissipates and is gone when the thing is completed.
Yeah.
Right? So it's just sort of like this never-ending cycle. Because if what you're high on is that feeling, then it's really hard to stop and say like, oh, the circumstances have changed.
Right.
I need to change too.
Right.
I'm no longer right, if I ever was. You know, like I have to, on some level, I have to like shift gears, maybe say I was wrong. That's like super difficult to do.
Yeah.
Say like, oh, I need to step back. I need to like reevaluate the circumstances.
Yeah.
Personal reflection, introspection. Who wants to do that? That's not fun. That doesn't like make you feel like,
It's fun to light people on fire.
Yeah.
For legal reasons, I don't want to light anyone on fire.
Oh my gosh.
As stated before, I am a pacifist.
Well, guys, thank you for watching along. We hope you've enjoyed hanging out with us today. If you have, please do subscribe. It helps us out a lot. We are getting closer and closer to 1,000 subscribers, which is a milestone that we're excited to reach.
And if you're a Bojack Horseman fan and you want to help us pay for the time we spend on this a little bit, click the link below to check out some Bojack Horseman merch. We would really appreciate it.
And we will see you guys back here next week for the next episode of Bojack Horseman.